I'm Rob.
And I'm Quincy.
And this is the Loco Dojo review by
Barefoot Gaming.
How will you be entertaining me today? Loco Dojo!
So let's start off by saying what kind of game this is. Quincy.
So, it's a game where it's just a compilation of mini-games. It's something like WarioWare.
That's exactly what I thought of the first time I tried it too. And it's polished like WarioWare is. It doesn't look like it's made by an indie studio. I'm actually not sure how large the studio is that made this game, but the voice acting, I would say, is really quality, and the game design is pretty top-notch.
Yeah.
So there are 16 mini-games in total, and you move around a board. Now, you can play this either single-player or multiplayer. You can play with people that are in the Oculus store or on Steam, so it doesn't matter where they bought this game. It'll work cross-platform. So of the games, let's give some examples of what you have to do. Quincy.
Okay, well, there's a game where you're catching eggs on the right side, and you have to move them to the left side. There's cactuses attacking the eggs, so you have to knock them out with your boxing glove in the left hand. There's a game where you're moving pigs with carrot stick on your left hand, and then there's
a paddle with your right.
Paddle on your right, yeah.
Yeah, so there's one level where what you have to do is you have to take a spear and you throw it at a massive cactus, and there's a tornado of food flying around the cactus. Your goal is to go through one or more of the food and stick it to the cactus. Now, I found myself kind of feeling a little bad every time I missed, because when you hit it, the cactus makes an ouch noise every single time. One where there's a bunch of sharks in the water, and you have to spray chum at fish, and if you don't want to get hit, you have to be watching the sharks as well, because they'll jump out and try to kill you, and as long as you duck, you can kind of let them go over you, and you're fine, and on it goes.
Yeah.
So the full price of this game is $21.99 Canadian. Now, Quincy, how many chum-soaked dead fish on a rope out of 5 would you give this game, and why?
I'd give this game probably 2.5 chum fish soaked out of 5. A gripe I have with the game is I feel like some of the games, the difficulty doesn't come from how it was designed, but rather how there's flaws in the mechanics. Like, there's a game where you're grabbing pigs, and I feel like the hit detection is off with the hook connecting to them.
Yeah, it's for sure very tricky for them to try to line it up so that the hook would go into the eye. But if you make the game that the hook has to go into the eye, and that's a mechanic that doesn't really work, it's a little frustrating. I do understand what you're saying.
I thought it was a nice style. I liked the voice acting in the game. I thought it kind of added a nice little happiness to it.
So I'm going to sit this at a 3.5 out of 5. I found the polish was really good. If this was only a game that I would ever play by myself, I would probably rate it lower. But this is the sort of thing that playing multiplayer could be fun. And that's always a little bit of a caveat I have to throw behind there, because if the game doesn't have people playing it online, then you're only going to be able to play it by yourself.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I don't think that the single player will hold you much time, but I think multiplayer would probably double your lifespan of the game.
So I'm sitting at about 3.5. I love the polish. The graphics look great. The voice acting is great. And you can always try to get better at what you're doing. So this is developed or produced by Make Real Games. And I think that's kind of it. We're done the review.
Yeah.
So I'm going to leave you with this. Subscribe and your life will be improved. That's it.
That's it.
Leave a comment. We love to hear from you. Thank you so much. We're out of here. See ya.